Hello everyone, it's Bernina Jeff at High Fashion Sewing Machines in Grand Junction, Colorado. Today we're going to do some tips on bobbins. It doesn't have to be your 7 series, so pass this on to anybody that has a bobbin and the thread gets off and it's always messy. So we're going to show you some ways to organize your bobbins so the thread isn't messy. It doesn't have to be bobbins only, we can do it with thread spools. And then I'm going to show you Quilter Select rulers and a cutter that I've been selling for years. In fact, one year I sold so many of them, I was #1 dealer for single stores in the United States for selling Quilter Select products. So I am a firm believer in them, and if your dealer doesn't have them, guess what? Contact us. We'll send them to you. We'll get you prices. So again, my contact is P as in Peter, V as in Victor, LEFTY like lefty at AOL.com. Or you can call the shop at 970-256-1293. So here we go. You get your bobbin, and it's always got thread and everything off the side. It's not my idea, but I'm passing it on. So there's a product called Hugos Amazing Tape. You probably heard about it. It comes 2-inch wide, 1-inch wide, 1/2 inch wide. And it actually sticks to itself. It looks like this, and you have to kind of find the end. And it's a vinyl product that has cling capability, so it clings to itself. So 2-inch wide works great just as is. If you've got a spool of thread that doesn't have any way to connect the thread to it, you find the end of it. I'm going to show you a tip on that too. So here's the 2-inch wide product. And you take your thread, you get it wrapped around the spool a little bit. Then you hold down one end and just wrap this cling around there. And it has a little bit of give to it, a little stretch. So your thread spools are going to look pretty. It's going to protect the thread from the elements. So what makes thread old is all your sun, all your air and everything on it. So this helps protect it from the elements and makes your thread last longer, and it's neater. So we're going to take the 2-inch wide Hugos Amazing Tape right now, and I found that 7-inch seems to be a magic number. So I measure out 7-inch and cut it off. I've done that right here. So I've got a 7-inch piece, and I'm going to put it on a cutting mat, and my cutting mat has 1/4 inch marks on it. So it's on the cutting mat. I'm going to set my ruler on the 1/4 inch marks and hold that down. You don't have to be OCD about the 1/4 inch. If you've got wider bobbins, maybe 3/8 of an inch is best, but I found 1/4 works pretty good. If you've got smaller bobbins, you can go 3/16. So this is the Quilter Select rotary cutter, and it's weighted. It has a nice weight to it. It's a righty-lefty, so I'm a left-hander, so I don't have to switch the blade or anything. I push this button and tap, and it exposes a blade. So I'm just going to cut myself a 1/4 inch. Remember, it's 7 inches long, and now it's a 1/4 inch wide. Oh, did you just see what I did? I tipped it over, and now that blade is safe. So I love this. It just, boom, flip it over. Well, now that I got this in my hand, I got to show you, Alex Anderson calls this the twirl or the flip. See how this ruler holds onto the fabric? It's got a special backing on it. And her rulers, her mats have a special surface on it. This mat has been used for over 3 years, and it will still slide the fabric. So I'm going to tap, hold in this button, tap. Now I can let go of the button. Ta-da! Oh, I want to do this side. Ta-da! Just think if you were squaring up a quilt block. You don't have to turn and then try to cut into yourself. This is a lot safer method. So the mats, the ruler, the cutter, really good system. So the large mats, 18 by 24 and such, they're all on back order because of COVID. So I do have some of the smaller ones if you want to order those. But back to my Hugo tape. So it's kind of hard to see, but I've got a 1/4-inch strip of tape. And before you go any further, you're going to need to mark this, because right now you drop it and it's gone. And I sell these amazing markers. Sell them by the individual or by the pack. It's called IDenti-Pen. And the IDenti-Pen, they're made in Japan, and the ink is so good on these guys that you can write on a mirror. I dare you to do this with a Sharpie. But you can write on a mirror with these IDenti-Pens for Bernina Jeff. Let it dry and it will not smudge. If you had your favorite black slacks and you got a little drip of bleach or something on there, you can take this IDenti-Pen, color in that black dot, and it will last 50 washings. Trust me. I had my favorite pair of khakis on one day, and I made a mark on it with my leg with one of these. 50 washings later, that mark was still in there. So I know they last. So look at that. It's like magic dye. So I'm going to take this IDenti-Pen. It'll write on any surface as long as it's dry. And let's say this is a cotton thread. So I'm going to write cotton on here. It not only identifies what's in that bobbin, but it also gives you where the end of that tape is, so you're not trying to find the end. The writing on this came from one of my students here in class this morning. Her initials are KW, so I'm giving her a shout out for this idea. So I am going to wrap my thread in there, and you know, I'm pretty OCD when it comes to organizing. I don't want that thread. So now you take your amazing tape, wrap it the same direction as your thread, wrap it around. You kind of have to hold one end, but it has a little give, so it's kind of elastic a little bit. So you can get it nice and snug so it won't pop off of there. I got a twist in it. There we go. And when I get to the very end, I'll bring this thread right across. Now I can read on there that it's cotton. That thread's caught really well, and I don't want that dangling in there anymore. So there's my bobbin all organized. And if you've ever not seen these little bobbin holders, these are great. You just pop it in there now with the writing side up. So I did one here that says poly. So you can put all your things in there, and look how nice your bobbins are gonna be. So these are called bobbin rings. Bobbin rings. They come in the jumbo for your 7 series or normal size for any of the other type bobbins. You can put anything on there. So let's see. Look at that. That will not smear. But you want to clean it up? Mr. Clean Magic Erasers. I'm resembling him on the hairstyle lately. So if you use that Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, it'll come off there. So if you get a mark on your sewing machine, you get a mark on something, moisten that up, and it will not hurt the surface of your sewing machine as long as you're not rubbing hard on the labels and that sort of thing. So that Mr. Clean Magic Eraser is magic. What else do we have here? Oh, a smaller version or a empty version for your 7 series machine bobbins. This will hold 25 bobbins if you have them. I sell them empty or I sell them full. So you can get these if you want to give me a call. The empty ones are $30, the full ones are $100. And again, these are called IDenti-Pens. They're great pens. They have a dual tip. So you have a wider tip on this side, and if you want to get really detailed, they have a narrow tip. I think I have 3 colors all the time in my desk drawer. Another one from my student this morning is she will mark the back side of her 7 series bobbins with a Sharpie. Either the silver or gold style Sharpie will show up on the back of your black bobbin case or your bobbin. So she'll put a C in for cotton thread, she'll put a P for poly, or if she has one she just uses for embroidery, she'll put EMB. So you can use whatever code you want on there. So this writes really easy. So I'm going to put a little P. Let's put in JB for Bernina Jeff. So you can mark on the back side. This is the back side of your bobbin that the machine does not read. It reads this side. And again, you want to be gentle on this side. You don't want to rub or scrub those mirrors, because if they wear off, the machine will not see it and it'll say you have an empty bobbin all the time. So if you're having that problem that no matter what you do, the bobbin's full and you're getting an empty bobbin error, try a different bobbin with the mirrors that are totally shiny. Well, that's what I have for you today. Bernina Jeff at High Fashion. Remember to give us a call if you need any of these items, 970-256-1293. Please subscribe. I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers that pass this on, and I want to get over that hump before the month's over. Thanks. Bye.